Okay. Okay. So, not feeling the best. I had a migraine overnight and then this morning. And just had to deal with it. And move on. And so I don't look the best in the world. But I have finally slept a little bit. I'm in my Big Freddy shirt. And Torrid, what's up with this? What is this, Torrid? Do I crib? Is this a cribbing collar? Is that what's happening? Y'all ladies know what I'm talking about. When you go in a barn and you hear a horse latch on to the wood somewhere and go, that's a cribbing horse. Does everybody know what a cribbing horse is? That's what they sound like. I'm trying to be as authentic as I can for you. So you walk into a horse barn, and horses that stay in stalls notoriously all the time get bored. And so when they get bored, they will bite the wood anywhere they can bite wood, and they'll go and suck wind, which can irritate their bowels and cause stomach problems. It's called a cribbing horse. Hey, Gypsy. And so I got this from Torrid, and I didn't anticipate it being like right here. And I really want to write the person that runs Torrid and be like, did I need a cribbing collar? Am I a windsucker? Am I making noises in my sleep? Is this what this is for? Because it ain't very comfortable. I feel like one of them little dogs that can weasel out of them regular harnesses, so you have to put them ones over their chest. Them little baked potato dogs with legs, the ones that are so fat they can't go on the normal harness. That's me. That's what I feel like right now, Torrid. That's what I feel like, Torrid. I don't even know how men wear ties, because this right here is killing me. How do you men wear ties? This is killing me. I don't know what's up with it. Hey, Cindy B, I don't know why women, when you make other women clothing, why? Oh, watch my phone die. I'm trying to plugins up. I am trying, but it ain't working. We shall see. If I have to come back, I have to come back. I'm having technical difficulty. There we go. Nope. Oh, there we go. For some reason, my my extension cord did not come on. No, I think it was my extension cord, because my phone battery is really low, and I think my extension cord was being a butthole. I'm in a really weird mood today. Just tell y'all, I'm in a slap happy mood because I've not slept enough to keep a hamster sane in the last few nights because of David's work schedule. So just be prepared. I've already had and said some of the weirdest things I have done in a long time today. I've had one of those days. So it's going to be one of those streams. I'm pretty doggone sure. I will tell you what absolutely cracked my friends up this morning, though. If this goes out again, it's because I plugged up something else. So my friends this morning, phone stopped acting up. So my friends this morning thought I was crazy because they sent me a link to, that crazy lady that was saying all the weird things about Ron the other day about her grandma, and then she evoked some names from the Bible that I would not say. Yeah. So I have on the shirt because after I get in here, I'm dyeing my hair. So, but that woman's at it again, and somebody else had shared another video that she did, and she's legit like, I'm concerned. She's is that her name? I'm not going to even say that. I don't think I can. And I've not slept a lot, and I react to things funny, especially when I'm home alone. And so I went, Lord, bless her heart, just like that. And you know what it sounded like to me? It was the Bobby Hill, that's my purse. Say it louder. That's my purse. I don't know you. I swear that's what I sounded just like. And I literally, for about 5 minutes, just about rolled out of the recliner because I was laughing so hard. I was dying. So then I realized that for the last couple of years, anyone who has seen King of the Hill probably has thought when I said, Lord, bless her heart, I've been, that's my purse. But now I'm going to start identifying people with that's my purse or that's not my purse. It's going to be code for that's my friend or that's not my friend. So if I watch a video and I go, that's my purse, that's my person. I like this person. I can get along with him. But if I say, that's not my purse, hard pass. Don't want to be nowhere near you. So, yeah, I think that's going to be code for us from now on. And also, if I want to call somebody a twat, I'm going to say, well, there we, what is it? There we are then. Twat. Now we just need code words for waffle. But then I would probably forget what we made up because let's say my brain does not work that well. Okay. But there we are then. Y'all know what I'm saying. Yes, we're going to start speaking in codes because you know something? We got to keep these people guessing. Okay. If other people can go on psychobabbles, that boy ain't right. That dog don't hunt. Somebody done shook the bubble out of his plum. Y'all ever heard that? So what I have is an empty, very tall Creon bottle. This is what costs $2,000 a month for your pancreas if it wants to die. I have washed it, cleaned it. It comes in plastic coated things for your stomach anyway. So I've washed it, dried it. I'm gonna glue the lid on, but I'm gonna put something in it for some weight. Honestly, probably rice. And then I'm gonna pack pieces of felt down in there. Because that'll keep the rice from making horrible noises. Although it would kind of be like a rain stick. But anyway, I don't think other people would find that near as calming as I would. And then I'm going to glue the lid on. And we're going to turn him into a little gnome with a real fur beard. And you know, you have to pay $2,000 a month for things that come in these things, you might as well be able to make $10 off the bottle. I mean, that's the way I look at it. Really, honestly, that's the way I look at it. You know? Recover some of your money, you know, even though the government should give every citizen of this nation free stock options and preparation H and Tux medicated pads. Still, we can get $10 back off this bottle that cost us $2,100. I mean, you're making money. Just clean for your free, clear, and easy. Just money. And nothing. Although what came in here was over $2,000. Okay, so I'm going to recover some of my damages. That's not my purse. Oh, Lord. The TP rolls and stuff like that work good too. We travel a lot with the stuff where David goes and sells it. I don't really ever get to go. I'm hoping to go to the next couple, but we'll see how my health holds up. But he travels and he has to pack and stuff. So I try to make things that cannot be demolished. Because David can be quite the destructo mongo. Well, just yeah, he can. He doesn't always think about how precious the craft items are when he loads the vehicle for shows. So we're just going to keep that in mind when we're making stuff. Hey, Daniel, be careful on the road. Oh, don't start laughing at me and veer off Squirrel Flats. Ow, wouldn't that be horrible? I thought that sounded pretty. Now, why would anybody not think that sounds pretty? I found a bead that I thought I'd lost. It was in my rice bowl. I feel special now. I didn't know it was in there. You'll try. Yeah, those little things are great. If you have curtains that are on the circle grommets, you can cut toilet paper rolls, just put a slit in the back so they'll latch over the back of the curtain rod behind the fabric, and it will perfectly space your grommets out on your curtains. Just FYI. For all y'all that have issues like me. I can't keep my curtains straight, and when they are not equally separated, yeah, it bothers me. We all know I like order. And so, yeah, so I use those to keep those separated perfectly because I'm weird. Well, actually, I didn't watch it. They just sent me back the video, and I started clicking, and I thought, no, I'm not going to watch this. The other one freaked me out. I'm not going to watch this. But I was like, Lord, bless her heart. And then I was like, oh, my God. It's almost like the Shrek, Do the Roar. It was almost that bad. I was like, I'm sure everybody that has heard me say that last 2 years, that has been their immediate thought. And no one has told me. Elizabeth, stop saying that. So I've sounded like that for a couple years now. Yeah, the rolls, they are really good to help hold moisture so your seeds can germinate. They're really good at that. You know something? That's a cow pie I'm not going to step in. That's just kind of where I am with that. Yeah, that's where I am with that. Okay. I'm trying to reserve. I've got some other felt. And so I'm trying to reserve just enough felt to cover his butt. An area where the beard's going to go without having to use too much. Because I didn't want to go back in my craft room and dig through my stockpile. I thought, no, I'm going to make this out of scrap stuff that's on the table. That's what I'm going to do. It's all going to be scrap stuff. So here I am, rice and some felt. So he's kind of heavy. He'll stand up, but not super heavy that nobody wants to pack him around after they purchase him. And he will stand up and won't make any super weird noises. And hopefully will not draw moisture. I sealed him and twisted him. He's in there. It's in there. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at the little beard that I've got for him. Where did I put it? Where did I put it? Where did I put it? Here it is. Y'all, I've had one of them days. After that 1 a.m. discovery on the internet, I was like, people suck. And I was just like, okay, I'm going to have to turn off the care meter for a while and go back into I don't freaking care world. Just to save my sanity for a while. And that's just kind of where I am right now. I just need to save my sanity. So that's what I'm doing. Now I'm going to attempt to make him, I'm going to attempt to knot him a hat out of macrame string. Don't laugh at me. I hear you laughing at me. Don't laugh at me. Do you want to be my purse or not? I'm going to try to make him a hat out of macrame knots and pull it up like a little toboggan over his head. Preserve your peace. I'm preserving something. I'm full of piss and vinegar, so it's going to be preserved today. I'm in one of the moods. It's been a weird few days. Let's just admit it, y'all. Let's just admit what we've been through the last few days. I mean, if somebody put a ring through my nose to keep me from rooting out of the pen, I wouldn't feel no more as captive as this YouTube has made me feel the last few days. I'm really expecting a septum piercing just to pop up at any time. I mean, they sure shouldn't want me to escape, right? I mean, they got to put this crap on this here box for some reason. So I'm waiting. I'm waiting for a sign. First time I ever seen a girl with a septum piercing, which I don't mind them. First time I seen a girl with a septum piercing, it took me by surprise, and I was like, so where were you trying to root out of that you were not supposed to root out of? And she was like, what? And I was like, you do know that's why they put those in hogs' noses, so that they won't root out of the pens they put them in, because they use their noses to escape and turn over stuff and make a mess. And I was like, so where are you not supposed to root out of? And she was like, I didn't know that. And I was like, mm-hmm. She was like, oh, that definitely gives it a different perspective, doesn't it? And I was like, mm-hmm. And then we had a good laugh, and she went on her merry way. Yes, I ask random people things I probably shouldn't ask them. But, you know, when you have questions, it's what you got to do. You have to ask questions, or you'll never learn anything. Oh, I need just a little bit more right there. Doggone it. That's okay. That's okay. I got a little bit more right here. Yeah. But so, and a lot of people are actually talking about this. A lot of people are talking about how YouTube is very off kilter right now. Like they're seeing behavior they've never seen before. Mm-hmm. Or you're seeing the behavior they've desired to see for a long time. It's just taken a long time to get people to react that way. I think we're seeing the behavior they wanted to see from us for a long, long time. Peaceful Vinaigrette. Can that be my code name? Peaceful Vinaigrette. Pigs are smart. Smart enough to know that when somebody puts a ring in their nose, it's probably not a sign of independence or individuality. Y'all, I'm in a mood. I'm not even going to lie. It is called sleep deprivation and Mountain Dew. and Dr. Pepper. My husband brought me a Dr. Pepper this morning because he knew I had a migraine. He knew that sometimes caffeine helps. And we don't normally keep a lot of caffeine in the house. We drink some Diet Mountain Dews, but we mostly drink water. And he brought me a Dr. Pepper. Y'all can blame this on him. So I can't help it. I don't normally drink this much sugar or caffeine. YouTube's getting plumb weird. YouTube is getting plumb weird. So, it kind of concerns me a little bit. Yep. Around here we equate people's behavior with animals' behavior a lot, because we see, grow up on a farm, you understand root behavior. And I used to tell all Haley's boyfriends would come pick her up for dates. Now listen, you do something to my daughter, and I'm gonna meet you at the door with the banders. And they're like, you're just not gonna just threaten to just cut them off. You're gonna meet me with the banders. And I said, I want to see you do the little dance the lambs do. And they were just looking, man. She didn't have many boyfriends. I don't know why. She was too pretty. I had to really, really, really be careful. My child was too pretty. Fear is an excellent motivator. You got to be careful with it. You talk to their mamas before you lay the smack down, and then you tell the mamas, hey, this is what I'm fixing to tell your child. And normally the boys' mamas will be like, okay, yeah, that's great. Can you add this in for good measure? Throw this in. We've been having problems with this at home. Can you say that too? And I'd be like, sure, honey, I got you. And so a lot of the boys that liked my daughter was like, it's not worth it, man. It's not worth it. Have you met her mom? I loved it. Kim drinks Dr. Pepper notoriously. It apparently is something that my body cannot tolerate much anymore, due to the indications of the behavioral analysis I've done all morning. It's not good. I don't think David's going to be bringing me much more sugar and caffeine home. We'll just say that. So he left for work, and I was still trying to recover from this headache, but he already knew I was in one of them weird moods, and he was like, I'm leaving. Y'all, do y'all know what I found on the Goodwill app last night? This is serious too. For me, this is serious. Okay, so when people up north trap and snare pine martens, you know how they get so excited when they get a very pretty pine marten. Where's my glue stick? And sorry, I had a secondary thought. So people get really excited when they trap a pine marten because depending on the fur, this sable, is how much money you can make. And they can be worth hundreds, or they can be worth $30 to $80, and that's just a raw fur. And then you get into tanned, and then you get into the sable collars that are made with all the backing and the beautiful clips and snaps and people, you can make very pretty things that sell very well that are worth a lot of money. And it's fixing to end, but I have such slow internet. If somebody wants to try to beat me on the bid, they're going to beat me, so I just don't fuss with it. I bid, and then I walk away. But I found a sable fur. Now, the shipping on the Goodwill app is not the best, okay? So if you want something, you got to find it really cheap, because otherwise it's going to cost you enough that you're not going to want to pay for it to show up at your door. But this sable wrap made out of 4 pelts, 4, that had been professionally tanned, leather-backed, and it was vintage. It was like from the 40s or 50s. Had all the vintage snaps and stuff on it. Was still in such great condition. Was $9.99. I think I had to do an $11.99 bid. Now I'm going to have to pay like $14 shipping. But still, I'm going to have less than $30 if I win it in this thing. And I just sat there and I thought, what just happened? Because those things are so sought after. And and some stuff on the Goodwill app is so horribly priced. It's like, oh, they know there's a collector out there for this, or they've checked the stats on this. But I guess nobody did that with the fur item. I mean, which is fine with me. Works out for me real well. But I'm trying to not tell them that they actually have something nice. I'm just trying to casually bid. and not like put a max amount and show them my excitement. Because I want them to keep putting up these items so that I can find them like this. Because hey, that's a piece of vintage history. $11.99. You don't know what woman wore that wear. You know, I mean, it could have a story of its own. And I bid on it. And I'm really hoping I get it. Because I would love to have that and put it in our Etsy shop and find it a good home. Someone that will appreciate its beauty. But y'all, a sable collar. What the crap? You know, sometimes I look at the world around me and I go, I'm surrounded by stupid people. I say that a lot, actually. It shouldn't surprise anyone. But really, I was like, I'm surrounded by stupid people. Okay, so I have the back of the bottle, the bottom of the bottle, so it won't continue when they set it down somewhere, wrapped in felt. And I'm leaving this plain because the beer is going to cover here. And the hat will glue onto here, so this will be covered when I put his hat on. So I'm not really worried about here, although I may put something to cover the top just in case the crochet comes apart or spaces. So I'm not super worried about it, but I may cover it just to have a nice solid color underneath so it doesn't show. But yeah, I found that on the Goodwill app last night. Y'all, when I can't sleep, I'm like, listen, if I can't sleep, I need to be looking at ways to turn things into art or ways to help David make a better choice on items for business or something. I'm trying to do something like that. So that's why I get on and look at, I'll like go through all the images and shopping images of certain things and then go through the Goodwill app and all that great stuff. So, and sometimes I find gems like that. And I thought about waking him up to ask if he wanted me to bid on it. But considering he had only been asleep about an hour, I thought, not going to challenge, you know, that possible domestic scenario. He's not rested well this week, bless his heart. He leaves the house at like 1:45 and it's normally getting home around 3:34 a.m. I'm here to tell you, I don't know what employer thinks their employees can have quality of life at that rate, but they're lying to themselves if they think they can. Okay, I did put a little dollop just because I'm going to glue the knots around through here so this will not show, but just in case they open up, they'll see brown instead of Walgreens logo, because I don't want to promote Walgreens anymore, and I have to because I feel like they're half the problem with $2,100 medication for your pancreas. I feel like Walter Brumley diabetes. Yeah, but that's so I'm not going to promote them. So I'm fixing to now apply his beard. I'm going to apply his beard. Now this little piece of fur would normally be a $10 to $15 fur palm. It just tanned a little too stiff for me to pull into a palm that I really thought was pretty. So I said, well, I'll make it a beard. So I'm going to make it a beard. So I need it to be placed up higher because I'm going to split the hair and put his nose on. And so I also want it to go up under the hat so that the hat round can rest on his nose and fall down around the rest of him. So I've got to place it kind of where it's going to maybe even just a hair go above the top. So I can affix it and put the nose about right there in between the fur so that I can glue the hat right through there and then around the rest of the top of the bottle. And then he will have a full beard. I was thinking about maybe giving him arms. But if I do, I may just crochet and do square knot arms and do little wooden beads for hands. And then I got little, listen y'all, I'm from Appalachia and I have woods, trees, limbs, twigs, willow. Like I cut my own willow for my dream catchers. I have it all around me. But when I went to the Dollar Tree the other day, I was so possessed by little tiny bags of dried wood. That is when I knew the power of marketing. And I knew that I had fallen for it. And however smart I think I am, whenever I have a lapse in judgment, y'all just tell me, you're stupid enough to buy dried wood from the Dollar Tree when you're married to a lumberjack who has it stacked rick for rick right in your woodshed and you're surrounded by trees and you got plenty of dry crap on the ground. I'm stupid. Okay? So next time I think I'm smart, y'all just remind me about that. I am not that smart because I bought a $1.25 bag of dried little pieces of wood, y'all. I don't know what overcame me. I don't. Maybe they like do chants or something in the Dollar Tree that like bewitch you. Because I bought a little thing of wood. You bought the house. Okay, I don't feel so bad now. I don't feel so bad now. I did that though. And I thought, I'm a stupid idiot. You ever have those moments in life where you just have to stop and remind yourself that you're just not near as smart as you think you are? That was my day that day. David just lovingly followed behind me like a dutiful husband and allowed me to be stupid. Bless his heart, Lord love him. That's my purse. But he let me just be stupid. Oh, Lord, the Kmart Blue Light Special, you might as well have come out and just put a line of crack down something and handed everybody a credit card and a rolled up dollar bill, because that's what all the women in Kmart acted like when that Blue Light Special came on. They were possessed by demonic entities. They all like would latch to the same little spinner thing of clothes and devour it like buzzards on a 2-week-old carcass. And I would just stand there and be like, holy mother mayhem. You were one of them. Every once in a while, if I saw, like, if I got the flyer for the pre-sale, I'd be like, ooh, should I drive over? Because it was like 45 minutes. Should I drive over? And then I was like, the women scare me. I'm not driving over. The women do scare me. They scare me a lot. Women scare the heck out of me. Men, no. I guess that's why I go along with the aggressive and violent offenders well. Men, they normally have a pattern of behavior. They get mad, they get vocal, they get physical. Bingo, bango, done. Women, no. They will plan your demise for 14 years. And then just when you think you're going to die in peace at the nursing home, somebody that you made mad at Mary Kay 75 years ago will pop up and enact their revenge. Women, they scare me. You hearken it to Black Friday. I've never Black Friday shopped. Never in my life. And my son has done it a few times because his wife enjoys the deals. And they get some really great deals, but I'm just like, I can't do it. It's not worth it. I would rather you pour rotten apples out in a ravine in the woods, throw in 10 wild hogs, and tell me I have to go pick them apples up. Because it would be easier than dealing with the people you deal with on Black Friday. I have seen examples. No. Oh, I think I might also put a little turkey feather in his hat. Many other people go, oh my gosh, no. I just can't, no. I've seen enough bad behavior, so if I can like avoid it in my older years, I'm going to avoid it. I'm now going to put this little nose on, which is just a wood bead with a hole in one side. I think it's the last one I have too. So whatever I make a nose out of next is going to have to be creative, because I'm getting to where I'm going to have to restock some stuff or get really creative. So like I was like, if I don't have that one last wooden bead that I think I have, thank God I had it. I was even fixing to tear up, open up one of those trouser sock packs where it has little pantyhose. I have like 3 or 4 of those that I bought on sale years ago, and I would use them, but I got a couple packs I never opened. And I thought, well, I'll open one of those camel colored packs of those trouser socks and stuff it with polyfill, sew it, and make them a nose. I was getting that desperate because I was like, I don't think I have another wood bead. But I did. I had one. So we'll see what happens. Now what I'm going to do is I am going to start with the macrame, because I have his beard on and his nose on. So he needs a hat, possibly arms later. We'll see if I want him to pack one of them stupid drug-addled pieces of dried timber that Dollar Tree makes a killing on. Don't know why I got so excited over dried wood when I'm married to a lumberjack who legit has, oh my gosh, how much in the backyard? I mean, we've got enough wood for 4 or 5 years. So I'm just measuring this around the top of the bottle to make sure that I get it big enough to slouch on his head and cover all the area I want. So it's going to have to be about, I guess it's about 9-10 inches. I got to clean this table off, y'all. I did not get it cleaned off last night. I got into other stuff. Now what I'm going to do is tape this to the table so that I can tie stuff around it. Because if I don't tape it to the table, it's going to move, and then I'm going to get irritated, and I'm going to teach y'all words you don't need to know. It will happen. I have never tried macrame until this last year. And the only reason I started doing macrame was because I got back to where I was remembering all my leather tying and all my leather knots. And then I had a bunch of people tell me, well, you do know that those leather knots are just like macrame knots. So they're like, if you want to learn more decorative knots, just go to macrame. And I was like, huh. So, because, I thought, once again, I thought I was pretty smart. So I went to macrame, learned a whole bunch more, and then realized that a lot of what I had known did indeed come from macrame, and it just had been either applied from leather to macrame or from macrame to leather. I don't know. So all I'm doing is going down, and I measured about how long they needed to be. They need to be double length, so I'm just unrolling my macrame, coming back up, snipping, and then doing another. So I can just make a handful of these little puppy dogs. And they don't have to be perfect. They just have to be ballpark, kind of the same size. This is something that I want to make quick. It's made out of leftovers. It's something I want to use some stuff on that I don't have any other purpose for. And it's not going to make me a ton of money. It's just going to be a cute little bauble on the table that somebody might take home. I might recover a few bucks on some scraps that otherwise would end up in the garbage. And that's about my sole purpose right now, is just to not lose pennies on the dollar. So that's where I'm at. And since I have this huge thing of green, which complements the fur, I thought, why not? Why not try this? Because I'm running low on felt, and I need my felt for my door hanger gnomes that I'm going to make, whose beards are going to be made out of fall leaves, by the way. I might make one out of fur, but I think I'm going to make one out of just fall leaves. So they're going to kind of be on like those old cinnamon brooms, and then the cinnamon broom stick handle, kind of like that, is going to be where the hat goes. And then on the broom itself is going to be all of the leaves. And I probably will end up making him a nose, probably. Probably the same way I said earlier. And then I will tuck some extra stuff in his hat and decorate it and put a nice holder on the back. And that's how I'm going to turn that one wreath from Dollar Tree into two gnome, because that wreath is made out of the same stuff that a cinnamon broom is made out of. So I'm just going to cut it in half. And honestly, if I wanted to actually go get a stick to glue, I could cut it into thirds and do 3. But because I like big poofy wreaths and stuff, I'm just going to cut it into 2. I was tempted to do 3 to keep one for myself, but I've got cats on the porch right now, and anything I put out there gets attacked, or the neighbor's dog decides it needs to be relocated and I lose it. So what's the point? Okay, I don't know how far we're going to go, but I'm going to stop right here now and start tying knots. All we're going to do is I've got my string laid out and taped flat like this on the table. So all we're going to do is double it. We're going to lay it over, pull this behind through the hoop, and it's just a lark's head knot. So you're just going to put it behind and pull the strings through to where you have the 2 dangles. And that's all. I mean, it's just, everybody knows how to do that, right? Oh, watch me knock something off the table. So when I get them all tied, I will show y'all what it looks like. But yeah, they've got some stuff. They didn't have enough of the leaves I needed, so I got some filler, because normally I make the beard solely out of the fall leaves, and I just let the leaves kind of become the beard. So I got some extra stuff to add to be space fillers, because they did not have enough of the leaves solely. So I got extra. Like a yarn fringe on a scarf. Exactly. Yes. Yeah. And you know how to do the double one too, but this is just going in one direction. So it's just I think it's a lark's head knot. Super simple. Nothing difficult. Basically, you're just using this to go behind, put it through, and to pull, and it hangs off the yarn like that. And once I glue it around the top of the bottle, these will not come undone, so it's permanent. can already tell you I'm going to have to do more, but we're making good progress. We're about a quarter of the way through. My tape let go. How dare you? How dare you? You have one job. Do your job. This is one of those days that if I had reporting on a day that I felt like this, my offenders would start the phone tree and be like, she's in a weird mood. Everybody better be on their best behavior. But it's just because I've not been sleeping too good. I'm trying to get over that cold, which I think I'm about over now. I sound really good. Have not been waking up. I didn't wake up with crusty eyes this morning, but I had a migraine. And normally when I've had a cold or something, I normally do have a migraine at the end of whatever I've had. So, and then I actually told David, I said, if you don't stop working these hours, I said, I swear I'm going to have to go get a diagnosis code. And he just laughed at me. I do not function well when he works these. I mean, I have just over the years gotten used to second shift. It's great. I mean, once you get used to it, it's great. But when he works these strange hours, I don't care for it. I don't like it at all. It jacks up my sleeping schedule. And I have to meal prep, and I have to keep the house dark and quiet when he's sleeping. And so it just kind of stops the normal momentum of the home. And I'm like, I don't like this. I don't like this at all. I need to rest. I can't rest. You know, I need to cook. I don't have a lot of time to cook. I have to cook at odd hours. So I have to do like a lot of prep cooking at night before he gets home so that the meals are prepped and in the fridge for when he gets up, because he sleeps. If he gets home at 4, he tries to sleep till about 10 if he can. And then he gets up at 10, and it takes me literally about an hour to get my body, my legs going. So I might be up in just enough time to get his lunch heated up, get his bag packed, have a short talk about whatever's going on that day or whatever I'm planning on doing, and just like, married couple check-in. And then he's going back to work. And this morning I had a migraine, so literally I was like, everything's in the fridge. And thank God I had gotten up. When I couldn't sleep, I had gotten up and started my chicken in the crock pot. I am a good wife. And I was like, everything's in the fridge, chicken's in the crock pot. And if you want this, run and get you a meal or at the deli. I'm going back to bed. I have migraine because I tried to sleep it off earlier this morning, but I was not sleeping hard enough to sleep it off. So I did not get to see him for maybe 10 minutes today. So, and pretty sure he's working the same hours tomorrow. I'm hoping they give him shorter hours on Saturday just so he doesn't feel like he spends the whole weekend locked in the factory. But we don't know about Sunday yet either. So we're just, it's just like, man, this is rough. This is rough. Plus, we got the new grandbaby we want to spend time with. We've had that cold from the factory. Now these hours he's working, it's not conducive to any kind of visitation with the grandbaby because he's not home when Lane's off work. And it just is not, it's just not what we wish it was right now. So we're not the happiest people. He doesn't care to work, though. The man works more than anybody I know. But he just wishes he had more time at home. Because when you have land and stuff, it takes quite a bit to maintain it. And the yard's looking pretty doggone rough right now, I'm not going to lie. So, and he doesn't like for me to be out and mow if he's not home or he's not close. And he's like, I don't want you mowing, and I'm going to be gone till 4 a.m. He's like, because, if I was to stick close to the house and just mow the immediate yards, but if I get out and mow the outside of the fence or the barn drive and the stupid thing breaks down, me getting back to the house, depending on my legs and how I'm doing that day, could be a potential issue. And so he just worries about me and doesn't want me doing those things when he's not got a little bit of time at home, which means everything that we try to accomplish at home stops. So I have been able to craft and try to catch up on, because all the stuff we ordered to get ready for these festivals that come in, I've been able to craft and get him caught up on some of that stuff since he's working so many hours. I've been helping him out with that. But other than cleaning the house and cooking meals and keeping the house quiet when he's sleeping, I'm useless without, him kind of shadowing me to make sure I'm safe. So it's not been the smoothest of weeks, but we'll get through it. he's worked like this before and we always get through it. But man, it's rough. I don't enjoy it. I really, really, really need rest. Obviously, rest is probably a better option than Dr. Pepper. I'm telling you, Dr. Pepper worked really good this morning, though. I try not to give any specific advice on anyone struggling with anything like that. I don't care to like do an educational video and throw up when I'm like not talking to anyone or haven't been asked a specific question. I should like an overall mask, but I try not to give like any kind of advice like that in the chats a lot because YouTube frowns on that and they get really picky about what they think it is. But if you would like for me to maybe cover a video and do something on that, that's something I could look into doing. I mean, my husband's working 80 hours a week, so I guess I got plenty of time. But yeah, no sleep for me is not good because of the RSD. If I don't sleep, it really starts to affect my organs, especially the organs that are most affected by the RSD. And so I'm going to have to rest, which I did get a little bit of a nap in this morning with a headache. I finally got the headache kind of set back, and I'm doing much better than I was this morning. But I'm going to have to try to go to bed earlier tonight and actually rest because if I don't, then I will end up in flare and I will end up having a bigger issue. So it's like I'm heeding the warning, but Dr. Pepper, I mean, really, it was the boost I needed, I believe. But that's not healthy. I can't do that every day. So I'm going to have to get some rest tonight. But I also need to vacuum and clean my floors. So it's just, what can I do? How much energy do I have and where do I put it today? And that's kind of every day for me is where do I put my energy because I know it's limited. So since we have all these festivals coming up, I'm trying to get rid of some of these materials that are just kind of hanging around that need to be used. So I'm trying to make that a priority, and then housework. And then beyond that, I just kind of put it down the line and keep shuffling it because something? It's just like I'll get to you eventually when it's important. And it's not important right now because I can only really focus on about 3 things. And I've got to sit down and finalize another story for the paper really before the weekend hits. Just in case David has Sunday off, I'm not sat staring at a laptop all day trying to finish a story that I should have probably finished days ahead. So I'm going to try to pay attention and focus on that. And if she's supposed to tell me she has room for it in next week's paper. So this is what I've made. Just a little, like you'd see on the bottom of a piano shawl or a scarf, just a fringe. I'm going to see how far it goes around his little noggin. It goes perfectly around his little noggin. Perfectly around his little noggin. I couldn't have done that any better if I wanted to. I'm going to tie it together in a loop. I'm not going to worry about gluing the loop because I'm going to glue the whole thing around his head in just a minute. I'm going to see which side. I like this side better. So pick your side that you want to show. And what you're going to do is just gather it. And I'm going to do a gathering knot right here and make fringe on the top. But when it lays on his head, I want it to like pull over or pull to the side. So I'm going to slip it over his noggin and see exactly how I need to pinch it to make it lay the way I want it to lay. Look, he looks like a dust mop. Which reminds me, I really need to clean my floors. He's going to look Scottish. Okay, let's see here. Well, maybe we need to go straight. Go straight up and make a... And it will, when you do the gathering knot, it will make it actually stand up a little bit, so he's not going to be completely flat-headed. We want him to be kind of cone-headed. But you see how it kind of makes the whole thing, it covers the whole thing, and I will pull it on him when I actually glue it down to where it actually covers the felt and everything. And if you want to, you can actually stuff the inside of this, but when I do the gathering knot, it will make it stand. But he's cute, isn't he? I may put a little something in there. You can actually make a big wad of your macrame string and put in there if you want to as well. But I choose to not do that because that stuff's too freaking expensive. So I'm just going to roll up some more felt and do a little dollop of daisy of glue on the top and just fold that over to where it's just like a little fat square and stick it where the sun don't shine. Oh yeah, Northern Himley, we're making a gnome. We're making a gnome out of scrap material with a coyote beard. I'm in a slap happy mood because I've not slept enough in the last 3 days to remain sane. So here I am. Once again, torn into pieces. What is that song? This is how my brain works. I have a very calm side, but when I get slap happy, I get slap happy. And I am slap happy. Now, if you wanted to, you could comb the threads out and make them fluffier and much more hair-like substance so you could pull it all together. So that's when I do these hats, that's not particularly my favorite thing to do. So I try to do it like this. So I think what we're going to get is going to end up kind of like that. So let me cut a cord to make the gathering knot. Now, I can't tip this down today because my stand is screwed up. So I can't tip it down to show you all the gathering knot. But if you need to learn how to do a gathering knot, it's super simple. And you can see it on almost any channel. And I'm going to go around and make sure that I have his hat covering all the things I want it to cover, so that when I do get it pulled up and then I want to add my glue, it is where it needs to be for me to add my glue. The little extras like this, don't worry, you get them off in a minute. Not a big deal. I'm just double checking how all of the yarn pieces are going to lay, because you have to kind of work with them. And then once you get him there, I'm not going to lie, you can give him a hairspray and it'll stay like hair. Macrame thread is one of those weird things. That sometimes obeys with hairspray. I don't know why, but it will stay with hairspray. And I'm just working with all the little pieces of the macrame yarn to get it where I want it to cover the front of his hat and the brown. It just looks like it's over his brown hair, so it's actually kind of cute. Okay, now I'm going to start my gathering knot. Oh, that would be cute. That gives me ideas. I was going to make some more little tiny gnome ornaments. I made some last year. They're on here somewhere. I was going to try to make some more little tiny gnome ornaments because my family really enjoyed those. And I made gnomes that looked like all the family members last year. So everybody had a gnome that looked like them. And that seemed to be the winning gift of the homemade things last year, because everybody was tickled to see what my brain had created for the gnome that was supposed to look like them. So we had fun with that last year. We do mostly homemade Christmases, and so while we might buy stuff for each other, we normally try to make at least 90% of what we gift. Now, obviously, I normally end up ordering the dog stuff and stuff like that. But now here's the hard part, is finding your little pull tab. Finding your little pull tab is sometimes the hardest part. There it is. I'm concentrating. This is the hard part. Not really, but I'm concentrating. I don't like the way that gathering knot came together, so I'm just going to pull it out. It's not permanent. I can pull it out. Until I secure the knot and clip it, it's not permanent. So I'm going to try again. Second time. Felt skirts to be small. Oh yeah, I always think I'm gonna make super like easy stuff, and then I get super into it and embellish the crap out of it and make it 100 times more difficult than it needs to be. And people will ask for like small little simple things. Well, it's like if you ask Gypsy, I sat down to make a small chicken ornament out of a styrofoam ball, and ended up making like a 2-pound roaster chicken. Could have fed a family of 4. And it was just where I got really into it and thought it was really cute and just thought, I'm going to keep going with this. And it turned into its own little monster. And I was like, okie dokie then. But I do that too. I trick myself into making much more complex things than, I'll smack myself in the face, much more complex things than I should have. But those are also the things that when I get done with them, I'm really proud of. And I really miss when they go places. I'm happy for them to go places and get homes, but I miss them. And I never can recreate them. Ever. Because that was just one of those whims that comes and goes when I sit down and start crafting. And it just normally cannot be recreated. So I always enjoy when I make those strange little funny creatures. Okay, let's try this one. Let's pull. Okay, that one's better. My hands don't have the best strength today, so part of it is my hands. I'm going to snip that off. I need better scissors. If anybody sees David on a live anytime soon, remind him that his wife needs really nice new scissors. That's like my wish list item right now, is a really nice pair of scissors. Because it doesn't matter if I say do not use these for certain things. It's like I have just to set down a challenge that must be accepted by every member of the family, even those that no longer live here. They will come visit to do exactly what I said not to do with my scissors. So I need new scissors. I feel like I'm playing with a little samurai warrior with a top knot bun. I'm not going to lie. Oh, and that's another thing. I hide my scissors. I'm going to have to start. I saw on the Goodwill app, somebody had a archaeology-inspired limited edition thing. And what it was, this is so amazing, what it was replicas of the terracotta warriors and horses that they found buried. And it was the neatest thing I ever saw. And I was like, Bubba, I wish I had the money to buy this. I bet you at some point this is going to be something that somebody is going to want or wish they had or bring somebody some money. But I did not have the money to spare on it and hang on to something like that for however long it takes for them to become really sought after. But I thought it was very neat. It was obviously educational, which I obviously think is always neat. And I just thought, wow, that is something that I would like to, if I had the money, I would have all these little weird, neat knickknacks in my house. That literally I could be a docent in my own home. And yes, go search the Goodwill app. It's probably still there. I think it still had like 3 days. I could be a docent in my own home and take you on a tour and teach you all about random things. And it would be literally like going to a museum and having a private docent. I would do it in a heartbeat. But I don't have the money to spend on stuff like that. So I went with the sable fur for obvious reasons. I know I can turn that into money. I'm going to have to touch hot glue. Ow. Okay, I did it. Ow, I did it. I also need those little silicone finger slips for hot glue because I don't think I have any fingerprints left at this point. I think I could probably commit a very bad crime and nobody would ever know it's me. even though I have been fingerprinted 5,000 times for all my jobs. Okay, now I'm going to straighten up and secure some of the front pieces of the macrame cord, just so that it kind of stays there. Now, I don't mind it, see it peeking through a little bit of the brown, because it does just kind of look like he has on a wool hat that's braided or woven, and his hair is peeking through. So I don't even mind it. Actually, I kind of like the pop of color it adds. So don't mind it. We are going to have to get rid of some of this though, because it's not going to look right unless we cut some of this off. It's just too much. And I may brush it out depending on what I feel like and how much I want to vacuum up later. That's the real thing, is how much do I want to vacuum up later. I'm sorry. That's normally what makes a lot of my decisions in the crafting realm. And that's why when I make a lot of the fur palms, I don't sit here and make them on camera a whole lot, because I normally go on the porch and make them. And then any bit of hair or jute twine or anything I'm using that goes out, the birds can pick it up and put it in their nest. I'm not really worried about it. I'm sorry, I'm not cute. He's cute. He's cute. He's so cute. Now I may do a braid to go around the base of his little toboggan to add just an edge, or I could put that gold ribbon. Ooh, had a good thought. I like it when my brain actually works. Oh, I have an even cuter thing. I have this little pom-pom. See, when it comes down to using like scrap stuff, I have stuff I really need to use and get out of my way. I could actually do 2 rounds of that. That is so cute. That is so cute. And it's just, honestly, it's all about me remembering what I have. I think 2 is about as far as you can take that without getting gouty. Okay, measure and cut. So when I dig through my leftover pile, I always find little treasures. So we'll call that a good find. That was kind of cute. Yeah, that was really cute. I don't even know where I got that. Must have been sleeping that day. And I've got little embellishments that I can put on them as well to hide some of the gaps if I want to. I'm not thoroughly worried about it at this point. I just burnt my thumb. So if you're doing the shot game where you drink every time I burn myself, you should have taken 2 by now. I'm going to glue the pom-pom thing tightly around his nose so it really hooks his nose. Okay. 3. I know a lot of ladies like these gnomes, but they don't like to buy the mass-produced ones because they all want their own. They're different, their own different ones. And so normally that's what I get complimented on when people see the gnomes I make, because they're all such little individuals. And that's normally why people get excited when I make gnomes. But I'm here to tell you that little plumber crack gnome I made last year, 4, was the cutest thing I ever made. He was adorable. He was absolutely adorable. And then I sit and think about how I could have done it better. But, I mean, when am I ever going to get the chance to make another plumber crack gnome? But I will sit and think of how I could do it better if given another opportunity. And I'm like, Elizabeth, you're never going to make another plumber crack gnome. Just give it up. It ain't going to happen. That dream is not going to work out. I know he was adorable. Oh, Annette, my craft room looks like it imploded. So, yeah, I've got to get it set back up. I've gotten some stuff cleared out, and when I get it organized and arranged again. That's where I'm going to start doing the lives and all my YouTube stuff for, because I normally leave my kitchen table actually set, and it bugs me when I have all my crafting stuff out. So I want to get my kitchen table emptied again so that I can put, because I've got really pretty rooster plates and rooster napkin ring holders and crocheted napkins, and I can't leave it out now because I've got too much crafting crap on my table. Way too much crafting crap on my table. Now what I'll have to do when I'm done with him is I'll have to lint roll him till the cows come home, because I have rolled him on this table and got him covered in everything. Okay, there's the little cover on his little beanie. Ain't that cute? That's so cute. I might add one little ring up here later on. I don't want to make it look too girly, but I think that's cute. You know, burly men can wear cute beanies. I think there's nothing wrong with that. Now, do I want to make him arms or not? Yeah, maybe. If I make him arms, they will be out of these. Or I could make him green arms. I don't guess green arms would be like the end of everything. We can try it. But I will probably have to latch it onto the back of the chair and tie them so that I have something I can pull against to make all the knots I need to make. So this is just one of those little things that it doesn't take a super long amount of time to do. It doesn't take a super huge amount of items to make. And even if you don't have everything I have, you can still somehow look through your supply and find what you have and make it work. So I've just I've got a doubled over 2 and linked them together. I'm going to tape this down, and I'm just going to do a square knot and braid 2 arms. And then I'm going to pull them together in front of him to hold one of those mystical pieces of dried wood that I thought I needed to purchase. And that will be all that I do to him. I might add a little sprout of something in his hat to give him a festive flair. A pine cone maybe, or a cattail, who knows. I thought these were cute. They had pine cones, cotton, and cattail. Never seen them grow like this in nature. Pretty sure it don't happen, but I thought it was real cute on the shelf. I swear I think they spray you with something when you walk in that store, because you will buy anything. But I did think this was cute. So this is what I got. Turn my fan up. I'm burning up. So I probably will put a cattail on his hat in a pine cone. I swear. Now, would I normally buy something like this? No, because does this grow in nature like this? No. This is not natural. Have you ever seen a pine cone grow next to a cattail? And a husk of cotton? Have you? Nope. Like, if I saw that in nature, I'd be like, it's messed up. Don't touch it. You might catch something. But I see it in the Dollar Tree, and I buy it, and I put it in my cart, because I think that's useful in a multitude of ways. It's funny because I know it's true. But I see it in the Dollar Tree, and I'm like, that is so useful. They got to be spraying stuff when you walk through the door. I'm not even lying. They got to be spraying stuff when you walk through the door. Oh, did they? That's a shame. My grandpa used to cut up the cattail stem and chop it and eat it, and I'd be like, okay. And then he'd be like, if you ever get hungry enough, I'm like, do you know that I'm not hungry enough? Thank you for telling me. Have not ever been hungry enough yet. If I'm ever hungry enough to eat cattail stalk, I will surely let y'all know. That will be the day. Oh yeah, David just walked behind me and was just like, I'm not going to say anything because it's not going to help. Just let her go. Let her have her moment. He just followed me. The only thing he got there was fruit snacks. I felt kind of bad. He got fruit snacks. And I spent way too much money. But I did save a lot of what, if I had ordered it from Walmart, like the household stuff I needed, I did save a lot of money that way. So it's not all bad. But it definitely isn't all good because I don't understand my motive. When I come out of the Dollar Tree, I'm like, why did I do that? What was the thought process behind that? Am I losing my brain? His name is Shish Kebab. He looks like I just speared him through the head. We're going to have to change that. It's going to have to go sideways. We can't have that. It looked like I killed him. Sorry. His name is Shish Kebab. Things are just hitting me funny today, y'all. I'm tired. Need a nap. When I get this done, you bet your sweet baby I'm taking a nap. And then I'm probably going to color my hair because I really feel that at this point I need to do something for me. So I'm going to have to go do something for me because I really feel the need that I should be doing some self-care right now. It's been a week. If he has to work the schedule next week, y'all better be praying for me. Not sure I can make it. Oh, goodness. Not sure I can make it. Okay, now listen, Bob, stop looking like I Viking impaled you. It's not funny. It's not funny at all, Bob. 5. If y'all are behind, catch up. Why I feel compelled to put 2 twigs of grass in his head, I'll never know. But here I go. And these women on these shows are like, now take 2 pieces of grass. Just 2. 2 pieces of grass. Place them perfectly on his hat. Why 2? You watch those crafting channels where they're like way too positive and you're like, you have a cocaine dealer. I watch them. I think that sometimes. My husband sometimes will watch them with me and he'll be like, how do those women stay so skinny? They're in their like 40s and 50s. It's like, how do those women stay so skinny their whole life? Because there's always showing pictures of what they used to look like. And I said, it must be all the brake cleaner they're ingesting to stay, animated for all these episodes they create. Honestly, sometimes that's how I feel. Y'all, I think I'm fixing to put this piece of cotton on his head. Don't do it. I'll put this little pine cone. Don't do it. Don't do it. He needed something, but 2 twigs of grass, I guess, is perfection. I honestly, y'all know I normally make things out of natural stuff. So when I start bobbling around with all the fake stuff, I'm like, really? Really? Why? I actually do kind of like the pine cone on his little noggin, so Lord, I'm turning into one of them crafting women. If I end this by telling you that you're worth it, call the Design on a Dime lady. Tell her I joined her cult. Okay, now he's got color, but now I think he needs something else. And since I kind of cannibalize everything I buy, I think he needs that. Oh, that's perfect. See, y'all, this is when I turn into a girl when I'm crafting. Oh, 6. Okay. I'm sorry, but he's cute. When he gets his arms, Lieutenant Dan, when he gets his arms and legs. I need a nap so bad. if you know me, you spend a lot of time with me. And you know when I have like really stressful weeks or where my body has just been like, we give up, you're not sleeping enough, I get super slap happy. This is when the judge in my criminal court would be like, Elizabeth, excuse yourself. And I would be like, going, I'm leaving, I'm walking out of the room right now. I think he's so cute though, isn't he cute? I'm going to give him arms, but we're going to leave him Lieutenant Dan with no legs. Because he ain't going to be walking anywhere. He's just going to be sitting on somebody's tabletop. I may give him a little crocheted heart on his butt. Just because, you know, I like to leave little surprises for people. But what I'm going to do is give him arms and to hold one of those pieces of wood that I could have snipped off my own goddamn sapling trees that I paid money for. I don't know why, but I'm going to put one of those on him too. I don't understand myself sometimes. Women, what is this crafting bug? I don't do this when I work with natural items. I don't do this at all. Don't know what's up with this. He's very cute though, but I think we may have to name him Lieutenant Dan because he ain't gonna have no legs. And I know there's somebody out there gonna be offended by that. And if you are, you're on the wrong channel. I've also been getting funny videos from Jonah because I told him, I was like, boy, the David's work is just killing me. I'm like, I can't do this anymore. It's absolutely killing me. And Jonah's like, oh, I'll send you some stuff to cheer you up. And I'm like, okay, sure. And then he sends me stuff and I end up laughing my butt off. He went to church the other day and went to a church that he'd never been to. And they had this tiny door in the bathroom, which just puzzled him because you couldn't open it. It must have been like for cleaning products and stuff like that. But of course, when you're in this giant bathroom in this giant church and you see this tiny door, it makes you go, huh? Because it was literally like this big, this wide, all the way, floor to ceiling. Which prompted him to take out his phone, go from a picture of himself in the mirror to the door, and sing a rendition of It's a Tiny World, only it was a tiny door after all. Partially, some of that is probably because I've helped to raise him. But I really do love it when he sends me crap like that because it makes me laugh. And if I'm having a rough week, like the week I've had this week, it really does help. And then he sent me that I'm going fast when he was making fun of me for saying I like to mow because I feel like Mario Andretti. So I may do another funny video today and post for ends. And it'll be, I haven't done a funny video in a while, so I'll link to one I did not too long ago. But it wasn't, it was like a political funny. It wasn't just a normal ha-ha funny. But Jonah sent me a bunch of stuff, so I may share that. He's always really good to cheer me up if I'm having a rough week. And this week started out really, really rough. And I'm actually not super unhappy that I am slap happy because slap happy is a lot better than how upset I normally am at these long hours that my husband is expected to maintain. So I guess slap happy is a better place to end up than anger. But I do wish my husband had more time home. I mean, the money's nice, but if you can never have, you know, I mean, we pay our bills, and that's great. I get ahead every once in a while. Woo-woo. But if you never have any time to, like, save up and go on a trip or do anything together, what's the point of making all that money? Just to give it to somebody else that wanted $6,500 to put fluids in you for a kidney stone. I'm still sour about that one, too. So it's just like, let the man have a day off. How about 2 in a row? That would be really a good mental health check-in there, Betty. 2 days in a row would be awesome. The grab bars. Okay, let me tell you this funny thing. My husband is a very serious man. If y'all have seen him on the videos, you know my husband's a very serious man. But when him and his brother get together, they do not have a serious bone in their body. And so we were all in this restaurant one night. Me, Dave, his brother Dan, and his wife. His brother Dan, halfway through the meal, because we all share way too much information, announced to everyone he needed to be excused to the bathroom. And it was going to be rough. To which we're all like, thank you, Dan. That's dinner talk. Great. So he goes to the bathroom. Literally there forever. Comes back out, sits down, and he's like, if anybody has to go to the bathroom, I'd give it some time. And we're like, thank you. That just makes it so much better that you said that. And then my husband was not missing a beat because it's a handicap only stall. And Daniel had announced that when he sat down. He's like, that was a handicap only stall. I was afraid somebody's going to knock on the door and be like, I'm handicapped. I need the bathroom. You know, he was like, I could not get out of there any quicker than I did. Way TMI. I mean, way too much information. And then he's like, that was an event. Now, this is my husband and his brother. To which David, who is dry humor, almost never says anything funny, looks at his brother and says, did you have to hold to the bar? I about spit my mouth full of food clean across the restaurant. And now every time anybody goes to the bathroom in an odd place, we look at them when they come out and we go, did you have to hold to the bar? Family ritual. So if I ever meet you in public and you excuse yourself for the bathroom, it's I'm going to say it. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. And my husband never laughed. Meant it to be funny. Said it to be funny. Never laughed. Never broke a smile. Never broke character. Just did you hold to the bar? And then went to eating again. And I thought, oh my Lord, it is like, I mean, I don't know if y'all ever watch Hee Haw, but it is like Junior B Samples. That's even better. It's like Junior B Samples or the dancing, what is it, the Mulhaneys. They all sit on their couch and talk in monotone. And when the Mulhaneys took a video dancing course, they're all sitting on their couch with their clog shoes on, and all they do is move their feet and their hands like this, but they took the long distance video dance course. Oh, I said my husband missed his calling to be in Hee Haw or Andy Griffith. He could have been one of the Darlings, or he could have been Junior B Samples' long lost brother. He sure missed his calling. He could have made a bunch of money because his face, he just can keep the straightest of faces through some of the oddest of times, and that to me makes it even funnier. And then I lose it because I just can't. Obviously, I've told you about my story in court. Y'all know, even if I'm in a super serious place and something funny happens, I will be told to leave the courtroom by the judge because I will laugh. So, okay, here's one little arm. It's one of those spiral braids, but I can untwist it and just wrap it around. Oh, mainly it was spiral. Well, I'll untwist it and wrap it around his body. And then this is what I'm going to glue to the crack sprayed piece of dried wood that cost 75 cents that I purchased. I'm still having a hard time with that. So what I'm going to do is go up here kind of under his little toboggan ruffle. I could kind of put it behind his... Ooh, I'm going to put it behind his beard so it comes around. Oh, that's good. Okay. Let's do that. That'll work out. Never made one like this, so I'm just making up the rules as I go. I think that's what I like about crafting so much. Now, he doesn't need super long arms because I'm going to put one of those big fat pieces of birch in front of him. So I'm going to untwist it, and then this will get glued and disappear, and he'll have two little green arms and a piece of that big expensive birch wood in his lap. I don't know. I don't understand why I bought it. But it did. I think it's because I like birch bark. And I think that's what did it. And I'm probably going to put like marker or paint a little heart or a little pumpkin on the thing, since it is the pumpkin festival in fall. Might as well try to... Ooh, I could just cut one out of felt. Might as well try to get into the season. Might as well. So all I'm going to do is one more arm and put the little fits with there, and then I'll paint a little pumpkin, or even if I get a black Sharpie and put a heart with the word fall underneath it, it would still sell really well. So, and his little arm comes out from behind his beard, so you don't see a raw edge. It just looks like his beard is like a ZZ Top beard. So that's going to be really cute. I actually think he's going to be one of the cuter gnomes that I've made. That hat turned out pretty good. Now, I probably will, because he's kind of plain in the back, I probably will cut a little heart or glue macrame into a little heart on his little butt. Just to add a funny. People like the funnies I add. So I may do that just to add a little giggle. Just so that when people see him, they get a little extra laugh. I love it when I actually do get to visit. Like, I got to visit for like an hour and a half, 2 hours last year at the Pumpkin Festival when David was selling. And that was fun. So I got to visit, and I liked it when people come up and they would giggle at my little extras that I put in stuff, and they would get the joke, and I'd be like, oh, you get the joke. Thank you. Because not many people get the joke anymore these days. So I really appreciated the people that got the joke. But I enjoy leaving little funnies like that. And I don't care if you glue the beard down here. If you ever do make one of those little naked gnomes where it just you mold a little butt and little feet, and you sit them down and you glue the beard, people will try to pry up that beard to look. And the lady on the channel the other night said she got to where she was putting fig leaves. She was molding fig leaves out of clay and putting fig leaves under her gnome's beard, so that when people peek, they would see fig leaves. And I thought, that's hilarious. If I make another one like that, which I've made one like that, but I made his little hiney out of stuffed pantyhose and wrapped the pantyhose around the sock puppet, the sock gnome that I had made, and I turned it into a little naked butt gnome. I don't know why I didn't take pictures to share, but I did a minute naked butt gnome. She's like, people will pull that glued beard up to see what's under. And she's like, it's a doll. What do they think's underneath there? She said, no, I just started putting, and I think it's hilarious. She said, I've just started putting a fig leaf. And she said, then people get an extra giggle because they did not anticipate her anticipation that they would do that. And I was like, that's hilarious. So if I ever do make another one of those, which it was kind of a pain in the butt. A naked butt gnome was a pain in the butt. Because once you get the sock gnome made, then you have to put the pantyhose over him, and then you have to glue or use a sewing needle and like sew a little butt crack into the polyfill that you have patted into the pantyhose to make his butt and into the sock. And so it can be a little bit of pain. But it did turn out cute. I don't know why I didn't take it. Lots of times when people ask me for specific things, I'll make them really quick and put them in the mail. And then I never take pictures, and I'm like, crap. And I don't even know where that one went. Where did it go? Oh gosh. But it was one of my sock gnomes that I fill with stuff and make them out of little ankle socks. This is one of my sock gnomes. He just had a pantyhose over him and a sewed on butt crack into the polyfill. So, I mean, it wasn't anything super extravagant, and it was cute. There's your idea if y'all want to do something different. And you can make the little feet out of the pantyhose and stuff too. I chose to. I don't even think I gave him feet, or I may have made him I may have bought like little tiny shoes and made him little like shoes or something, or put shoes on. But I don't know how I did his feet. It's been a while since I've done that one. I made that one way before the plumber crack one. So I've slept since then, which is what I need to be doing now because of the mood I'm in. I know. See, I give y'all all these horrible ideas, and then people are going to ask you where you got that idea, and you're going to be like, this lady on the internet. I am the bad example. Somebody has to do it. Somebody has to do it. I mean, he turned out very cute, though. They're not naughty, and they're very cute, but everybody will try to lift their beard. So I think I just put extra glue so people would stop trying, and made two. I made two of those. The lady saw it wherever it was, and then yelled back and wanted one, and wanted a bigger one, and I made a bigger one. But I noticed the two I made to sell, everybody wanted to look under the beard. And then when the lady online said this, I thought, yeah, they do. It's a pandemic of fig leaf pickers. My mom used to make those baby dolls that you make out of that fabric that you get, then take the needle and sew and sculpt the face and the hands and the nose and, you know, the whole little doll out of. And she would put diapers on them. And she would put, it was basically to keep people from looking, because she would put dresses and little bottoms on them, but it was just to keep people from trying to pull down their bottoms and see if they had little butt cracks and stuff. She'd put diapers on them. Because she did give them little butt cracks. She just got tired of people pulling down their breeches and leaving their breeches half on in the craft booth, and then she'd have to straighten stuff up, so she started putting diapers on them too, to deter the Nazi people. Sheer energy legs. I actually think that was like, did that come in the egg container? Was that the ones that come in the egg container? Because she used to use those because those were the ones that wouldn't run really well. I mean, they would hold up really well. And she would use those, and we would have all these empty egg containers around the house in the summertime. Oh, is it? See? Childhood memories. So we would have all these egg containers around the house, and we would find stuff to do with them. They were great little button holders, by the way. You could put lots of buttons in them. We stored lots of stuff in them. Oh, I dropped his arm. Ow. This chair is still not my favorite place to be right now. It is still really rough on me and my hip. But I'm doing so much better, so I ain't gonna complain. Hold that for a minute and let it dry. But yeah, there used to be people cared about their packaging. No maiming. Do I need to maim the gnome? Oh, I just maimed him again. I tore his other arm. I'm sorry, Bob. You are now just a baked potato. Hang on, I'm giving you arms. Hang on. Well, you can't hang on. You ain't got no arms. Just be still. Be still, Bob. Okay, let me let these arms dry. Like I've got him pinned behind. Let me let his arms dry. Mia culpa. You little turd. I said that way too easily to have had no sleep. I said that way. That's funny. Now he looks like one of those kids that's running to the playground at first break. Got to get on the merry-go-round for all the children. We all see it. We all sin and fall short, but Bob's short because he ain't got no legs. I just need a nap. Is all I need. I swear, all I need is a nap. What if I make him hold a fall leaf? Or a sunflower? I don't know what to do. Y'all, if I had to go another day of making nothing but fur palms, I was going to lose my mind. Nothing under his beard. Naughty, naughty. Maybe he needs a gray one instead of a yellow. Hang on. Maybe. Ooh, that one's gold. Getting above my raisin, I got a gold maple leaf. Oh no, this is so cute. Okay, he's gonna be holding these little, maybe a leaf in one hand. Okay, let's just see what. Let's just see what. I like the red though, but the green, no. Let's do the red. Okay, hang on. Red or gold? Red or gold? Trolls all had bare butts. Red or gold? Which goes better with this top knot? Now, don't everybody have an idea at once. Red, okay. I think the red brings out the color a little bit better. Okay, let me straighten his arm up because he looks like somebody really beat him up and was mean to him. Bob's gonna have a domestic order on me tomorrow. Oh, 7. Diplomat. That would have been 7 for anyone still taking shots when I burn myself. Bob, put your hand where I tell you to put your hand, Bob. Listen to me, Bob. I need a nap so bad. If y'all have never seen me in slap happy mode, now y'all have. I wouldn't necessarily say it's the most attractive thing, but it is quite funny. Twisting his arms the other way to untwist his arms. And I feel like I'm being quite abusive. Okay, that's cute. Let's do that. That's cute. That's so cute. Oh my god, that's cute. So cute. So cute. I do lots of voices in my real life. I do lots of crazy things. Keith Kim were on here, she would probably tell you. So this is 8. This is not abnormal behavior. It's just I'm so tired and I need a nap. And my body's exhausted. And it's just not been the best week. Hold your piece of wood. Oh. No one ever reminded me that I just said that sentence in my entire life, okay? Nobody ever reminded me that I said that sentence. Ever. Bob, what have you done to me, Bob? You're a bad influence, Bob. Bob, bend your arm. I didn't stop writing down my quotes. That's not my purse. Stop it. God, I need sleep. I just, I get tired of the negativity and then I go super positive and this is what occurs. Y'all know. I have a sense of humor on me. Y'all know. This is what happens. They did a girl now holding hers. I may make one of these and do that. And then make a little thought bubble that's on a wire that says, "That's my purse," and then send it to the next giveaway person. And then you can just take out the thought bubble and have a little gnome holding the purse. And y'all would know you're my person. So that's my purse. Bob is compliant. I think that's adorable. Brain farts. I think next time I have a day like this where I'm so tired, it's time for more Dr. Pepper. I don't have any more. All I've got is water and Diet Mountain Dew. I'm going to drink some water and take a nap, though. I've cried my mascara down my face. I've laughed my mascara down my face. See what happens? But he came out super cute, did he not? Even the 2 pieces of grass that for some reason I felt compelled to put in his hat look really cute. I think Bob's adorable, even though I had to twist his arms a little bit to get him to comply. I think he's cute. Now, if I were to sit this on a table and you were to buy him, what would you pay for him? Honest, what would you pay for him? I think I'm going to make a little heart on his butt out of macrame string. Should I? Should I not? Would that just make it too weird? Maybe I should just put a leaf on his butt. Because I never know what to charge. Because I am... No. Oh, Lord, not 35 to 45. No. Cat thinks I lost it. Oscar has not looked at me as if I've had a brain all day. So it's the thing. I know, I may just put a leaf back there just for fall, just so that seam's covered up and just so it's not blank. I just never know what to charge. Cats know we're lesser beings. Cats are, I swear, cats are strange creatures. I just never know what to charge for them. That's what I was thinking. I was thinking like, yeah, 15 to 20, because he's not a big one, but he does have some top quality stuff on him. I'll let me prove it. I'm proving it today. With Dr. Pepper's help, I have done nothing. I have done nothing worthwhile today. First thing I did was send you a stupid today. That's pretty much where my day has been all day. Okay, I'm gonna give Bob a leaf on his butt. Okay. I've said the strangest things today. I'm gonna give a leaf on his butt, just to add a little color on the backside, and just as a little tongue-in-cheek. Ow, 9. As a little tongue-in-cheek. Don't look at my butt. You pat it on there because it's hot glue. Hot glue. Hot glue. Hot glue. A plate. Oh, Lord. Had heard a woman tell the funniest joke this morning, and I don't know if I can remember it all. She was like, did you hear of all the 5 men in the Bible? I think it was 5 men in the Bible that had diarrhea. And it was like, Cain couldn't because he wasn't able. Moses had to take 2 tablets. What was it? That Balaam guy. Or David sat on the throne for 40 years. It went on and on. And, or was it the Balaam guy sat on the throne for 40 years and David said, there's nothing in heaven or earth that could move me. And I laughed my butt off. And that was like, I've heard that joke before, but it was this lady's dry delivery that just got me. It got me. It got me. I think Bob is very cute. I think he looks very ZZ Topish and pulling out some of the fur. And since he has a real fur beard, yeah, I think 15 to 20 would be a good place. Like, yeah, just 20 would be a good place. And people want to try to negotiate, we can talk about it. But then I'm going to talk to them about these crack sprayed pieces of wood that I have to pay for at the Dollar Tree. And we're going to talk about everything I go through to make these things. But he's been fun. He was fun to make. He was an adventure. Especially because I'm having a weird day. Oh, I'm just going to add one more thing. Sorry, Bob. Last minute edition. I'm sorry, Bob. It just needed to go there. It was just speaking to me, Bob. Speaking to me. That little leaf was just speaking to me. The little leaf was just speaking to me. Okay. I think I may shoot for 15. And that would get me enough back with everything that I put into them to justify sitting here making the scraps. So yeah. I may put 15, 20 on him, and like normally if you put 20 on something, people come up and say, we take 15. So you give him some flex room. I think he's so cute. He's just so cute. He's just so cute. Bob is speaking to me too. No, Bob, mind your manners. Mind your P's and Q's. You ain't got no legs. You can't run away from these women. Well, I'll have to very preciously pack him because he's got a lot of stuff that can come off of him. So Bob is very cute. I'm going to prop him up and take some very stylish photos. and I will share them on the community page. And then I'm going to take a very necessary nap before I get up and finish dinner and clean my kitchen, because Lord have mercy, I need a nap. Oh yeah, your big cat's ginormous. Beautiful though. Y'all watch the 3 Southern cats on TikTok? Oh my gosh. And if you have not watched Mandy Meadows on TikTok, go watch Mandy Meadows on TikTok. You will laugh your butt off. But yes, everybody needs a little bit of Bob. Bob made us all smile today. That drove me nuts though, but in the process of making him, but he turned out real cute. I'm tickled with him. We talked our crafts too. I'm telling you, I'm just having one of those days where I'm over the negativity and I'm tired and I'm just gonna have to laugh and cut up and be silly, because I need that to get back to a better place. And it's certainly not anything we're seeing on any other channel, so we just need to be positive. You are adorably unique, Bob. You're very cute. I'm going to go set them up, take some pictures. I'll share them on the community site. And I've got to send some. I'm going to send some to David too, so he can see what I created with my scraps. Because it's always fun for him. He's like, what do you think you can make out of that pile? And I'm like, I don't know. But I'll figure it out. He never thinks I'm going to do very good. I am going to attempt to color my hair later. I don't know what it's going to look like. I may look like an alien tomorrow. I apologize in advance. But since my husband's not going to get home until like 3 or 4, I'm going to take me a quick nap before I do a super clean in the kitchen and get ready to attack the rest of the fabric crafts, because I've got a whole lot of those to do, and the door hangers and stuff like that are, I just need to get my workspace organized a little bit better because it's driving me nuts. Quick trip today. Not a very long trip to be nuts today. So probably will not be back, but I may make a funny out of the stuff that Jonah sent me and send it. And Torrid, if anybody can like reach out to Torrid, tell him not to do this again. I feel like a Boston Terrier that's trying to go to the park before its owner. I feel like a cribbing horse that's being choked. I don't, this is not my favorite thing. I don't like it. That Pirates of Penzance, that Ray Stevens Pirates of Penzance. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. I mean, I thought it looked really pretty and it was really cute because it was on sale, but I really don't like it. Maybe it's just because I'm all shoulder and it's like, maybe it's my quadruple chin that's giving it some help. I don't know, but I don't care for it. Torrid. I am not a cribbing horse. I don't need a cribbing collar. I need a bra. I need a bralette that I can wear under shirts like this. So this is no. This is no. As girls with big old hunty shoulders, no. I feel like my head's just gonna like get squeezed like a pimple and run off. It's just somebody call Dr. Pimple Popper. I mean, it's like making me sore. I don't get it. Okay. I'm not happy with this at all. So I'm going to change back into my jammies. And I'm going to take a nap after I do photos. And you will see me tomorrow. Yes, tomorrow. And possibly a funny video tonight if I have time. Thank you for giving me your time. I appreciate it because it's something you never can get back. Glad we had giggles because we've had such serious days. I'm never drinking Dr. Pepper ever again. I will. And it'll be just as bad. But I'm totally taking a nap because I'm getting to where I can't even stand myself. So, toodles. Oh my God, I need a nap. That's not my purse! Bye, guys.